Amazon has tapped the brother of one of President-elect Joe Biden's closest advisors to help with its lobbying efforts. And that's raising new questions about potential conflicts of interest with the incoming administration. CNBC.com political finance reporter Brian Schwartz has a new report out on this and joins us now. And Brian, a really interesting story. What does this new lobbyist for Amazon mean for the company going forward?
Well, good to see you, Seaman. Thanks for having me. Well, really what this means is, this is a big hire because Jeff Shetty, who's the lobbyist you alluded to, is the brother of Steve Shetty, Joe Biden's White House chief counselor. So clearly, Amazon, one of the big tech companies that we both know have been under scrutiny for a while, is looking to get access to this new administration. And they've had similar themes to this over the years with the Trump administration as well. They've tried to pick up and recruit lobbyists close to the president and his allies. And now Amazon has hired, and this was the big get we had just the other day, Shetty, who has direct ties to Joe Biden's closest advisor. So clearly Amazon looking to get access early here as President-elect Biden moves into the White House.
As we examine the lobbyists that every tech company is sort of arming themselves with going into next year on this expectation that there's just going to be more scrutiny, how are the Shetty brothers going to handle this potential conflict?
Well, the people I speak to say that Steve Shetty and Jeff Shetty do not interact professionally. That's a take from people who are familiar with the relationship, and that Jeff will not be lobbying his brother. But that's not really what ethics attorneys are too concerned about. What they really are concerned about is, will Jeff Shetty be getting access to the White House? That the answer to that, there really isn't that clear how that's going to be handled. Jeff Shetty, like I said that people around him say that he's not going to be lobbying his brother, but these same people did not rule out that he will be interacting and reaching out on behalf of Amazon and many other clients. Keep in mind to the White House itself. So you have to keep that in mind. We'll have to keep an eye on that as this goes forward, because there's a lot of question marks as to how Steve Shetty is going to handle this, how the administration is going to handle this, if a brother of a key advisor of Joe Biden's is going around, trying to influence things for Amazon and anyone else who wants him to work for them.
A controversial hire. Curious, any response so far from Amazon, Brian?
Nothing so far. I mean, they've been very, very quiet, and that's not too much of a surprise. They like to do things behind the scenes regarding lobbying, as do many of the other big tech companies, Facebook, Google. But that's interesting in itself. I think you're going to see two different themes here. One, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and these other big tech groups hiring similar lobbyists. And then you're going to see also lobbyists like Jeff Shetty, who, by the way, before the end of this election, and as we got into the time where we are now having President-elect Joe Biden, Jeff Shetty didn't have that many big clients. He had a few here or there, but he has slowly started to gain more and more at the tail end of the election and into Joe Biden officially defeating President Donald Trump. So, that's what the other interesting key thing here is as well. There's two different business stories here. Lobbyists gaining new businesses, and Amazon and big tech pushing back as well.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.